Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Shadow Articuno here, and we're going to be rotating the team that we're going to be using with it, again to give you some more ideas. And not only that, mainly so we can show you how they throw these weird Pokemon at you depending upon the moves that you do have here. So we'll look at that, and we're going to take a look at some losses as well. So sit back, relax, go get a snack, and let's see what we have going on here. Yes, some of these teams are going to be weak to multiple types of the same type, so we're going to just work around that, figure it out, just experimenting here, having a little fun with this team to see what it can do. They swap into their Scrafty here, so yeah, we were not met with a great lead, now were we? Alright, but we're going to see what we can do with this situation here. Now, I was going to go on a big old rant, and I still might for this video, but I was really going to go on a tangent. I honestly don't have the energy, so yeah, if I can feel like it when the time comes, then I guess we will. More probably just gonna mock it and laugh about it here. Honestly, I got a lasagna I need to eat downstairs, and need to work out still, and I just don't want all that in my head right now. But let's see it. Let's go. Bringing in an Umbreon here. Alright, sounds good. We're gonna just figure out what we can do here. Alright, so we just lowered their attack. Icy Wind is great. You're going to be doing quite a bit of damage. Now we're going to be going with Ancient Power on it, which is nice. Hurricane is going to be Legacy. I don't really care for that. Having Ancient Power is just going to be great, just in case you encounter those fire types, so you're going to be able to do super effective damage. And these Talonflames are going to be basically going down in one shot. So we have the Swampert up against the Talonflame. We shielded up the Brave Bird. Great. Going for that Hydro Cannon, farming up a little bit extra here so we can take care of this Umbreon. We already know we're going to be able to handle it. And getting to the Hydro Cannon, we're just going to hit it just in case. You never know. Who knows? All of a sudden they have two charge moves out of nowhere. You never know. Alright, taking that win. What are we going to see for the next battle here? Okay. Yeah, we got a great lead. Ampharos, baby. Let's go. See, when people are like, just rank up. Like, okay. Like, alright, I'll put a team together that's actually worthy here. But this thing's kind of happens, and there's really nothing to do. Swapping into Machamp, getting hit with the Cresselia. I just back out. I'm not even going to waste my time there or their time. Next battle. Whoa, a Poliwrath, another hard counter. Okay. See, there you go. This is why I wanted to go on a big old rant. But let's just laugh about it, right? Because we already all know. Let's go. So we swap into the Machamp, which is technically not too good of a safe swap, to be honest. If they bring in a Giratina, that's a wrap. Unless you do have payback, I guess you can go with that Community Day move. Alright, so this Poliwrath kind of wants to stay here. So at this point, since we're able to get them down so low, I figured, you know what? We're going to go ahead and just let that go. We'll bring in the Articuno and farm them down. We do have the Snorlax in the back. This is still a decent combination of a team here. Somewhat weak to fighting because we are Shadow, although Articuno has a bit of bulk to it, so it can take hits. Bringing in their own Snorlax. Okay, let's see if we can churn this one around here, folks, or is it going to end up being a loss here or a close battle? We'll have to see. And yeah, we're going to see them doing less damage as we're going to be continuously lowering their attack here with the Icy Wind, and it's doing a decent amount of damage as well, so let's get it. Swapping into my own Snorlax. Now, I don't know if that was the best idea. Alright, so they're going to be retreating with a decent amount of energy as well, bringing in an Alolan Muck, in which we're going to go ahead and just start hitting them with Body Slam. We're still holding on to 2 shields here. Their Snorlax, I mean, has no health left. So, you know, it's looking pretty good. We're going to go ahead and just let all this go, hitting me with an Acid Spray, and that's just fantastic. No problem at all. Lowering our defense, and we're just going to keep on hitting these Body Slams here. They're getting to another one, and we're going to absolutely let this go as well. And it is another Acid Spray. Now, here's the thing. They have Lick on their Snorlax. They're not going to be able to lick me down, right? So they're going to shield that up. They know they kind of need to do that. Swapping into the Articuno, farming them down, and we still have 2 shields. They back out. Yep, that's a wrap. And we're taking that win there with the bad lead up against Poliwrath. What are we going to see now? Obstagoon. Okay. I guess we'll take it. Still going to be doing a decent amount here. As a matter of fact, I think they get the boost here. Might be the battle that happens. Okay, yeah, there you go. Getting the attack boost right out the gate. Okay, so, yeah, we're going to have to swap into that Machamp immediately. I'm not going to mess around with all that. And we're getting hit by a Tapu Fini. So, yeah, this is not a good situation. Rock Slide's doing a decent amount, though. Okay, Machamp putting in that work. Shielding this up, knowing it is going to be a Surf. Okay, it's still going to do a decent amount, but we kind of want to threaten them again. But this time we're just going to go with the Cross Chop, which is going to be doing a decent amount. Can we counter them down? Oh, right. They're not going to be coming in with Obstagoon, so let's see what they got at Charizard. Great. We're not going to go for a bait because there's no bait. They're going to farm us down in one more quick move here. We're already out of here. Yeah, there you go. So we're not going to bring in the Articuno because we do not want to get hit by a Blast Burn. They have no more shields, so we're just going to go ahead and just hit them with the Body Slam here. We have to remember that the Obstagoon does have energy. Probably a Night Slash and a half worth of energy there. So they're going straight for the Blast Burn, swapping, and we swap into our Articuno. And at this point, I'm thinking, wait a minute, did I just screw up? Going for a Cross Chop. And I'm thinking, ah, man, we could have had this game. That was a close one. It was a good one, but we're still going to keep on fighting here because we just need to hit the Charizard a couple of times, or maybe even just once. No, a couple of times. Not able to take them out, but Snorlax actually taking the win with Lick. Let's go. All right, putting on Hitmonchan and Regirock. Regirock's in the back, Hitmonchan's in the middle, Articuno's up in the front. Now let's see what we're going to be met with. I just couldn't take it. I was losing my mind. Walrein. And that's not that. I mean, we got Ancient Power, I suppose, but everything in the back is going to want to see that. So we immediately swap. Hitmonchan's actually a pretty good safe swap, so long as they don't bring in like a Cresselia or something like that. Charizard, that's good. Hitting them with an Ice Punch, they're letting it go, doing a ton of damage. And I'm going to also let this go too, thinking I might get to with the Thunder Punch. Unfortunately, we were one counter away from getting to it. And they're going to have energy ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and bring this in. It's not going to be a Blast Burn. Starting to farm them up here. We do have the Regirock. I don't even think that we're going to be able to pull this one off. But hey, I said that for the last battle, so let's see what we have going on here. This is going to do a decent amount because we are going to be part flying. That is the reason why I retreated. Unfortunately, we just are not going to be able to keep up. I'm lowering their attack. I don't know. If we went Ancient Power, yes, I would have done a decent amount, but I don't know. Well, just hoping that they were going to stay there. There was something in the back, but we already encountered their Charizard, so they're not going to have another Pokemon weak to rock, you would think, right? And it is going to be Trevenant, and this is a wrap. I just stayed here to entertain the battle, right? Let's go. Let's see what we have here. See if we can get those shields from them, and how close can we take them out. But then again, it's still not over. I could go in there and farm down and then hit them with Ancient Power. With the Articuno, we'll have to see. Getting to it, unfortunately not able to get off the Stone Edge, so we are going to shield it up. Making mistakes, maybe? I don't know. Maybe should have let it go. Came in with Articuno, farmed up, but then we have to remember that this has energy too. Getting to the Stone Edge. This is going to be... Is this going to cut it? Of course, they got a shield left. All right, so that's a wrap. Bringing in our Articuno and I back out. So we're going to put an Ampharos, Regirock in the middle. Let's see what we can do. Articuno up front. What are we going to be met with this time? Give me a grass for once. All right, come on. Oh my god, there it is. Putting the electric move in the back, Tapu frickin' Fin, and I immediately swap into the Ampharos. You don't want to really go for your hard counter. Again, I was messing around, and Regirock's not necessarily a counter to it, right? So we're just going to go ahead and go for it. And they're bringing in a Registeel. So, alright, we're going to go ahead and let this go. Hitting me with a Focus Blast. Now, this is technically pretty good because they didn't lower our attack, and now we're going to be able to kind of really put in the work here with this Brutal Swing. And we do have a Legacy Dragon Pulse that is going to be its Community Day move. I just don't want to take it off for now. And they shield that up. And this is pretty much a wrap here, folks. Yep, we're going to go ahead and back out. I'm leaving these battles in so you can see, okay? It's like, oh, well, you could have, you know. Most of those battles are over before they even began because, well, you know, that algorithm. Let's see what we're going to be met with this time. You saw what we have in the back. Put a Swampert there. We're met with a Swampert in the front. As soon as we left with our Articuno. Swapping into our Articuno, they're going to be bringing in a Talonflame. Yep. Yeah, here we are. Both of the Pokemon that we do have on the team are going to be good against that. You know, Articuno, it's not looking too great, but we're going to be able to hit this Ancient Power. Like I said, if we can land this, it will KO. No letting it go. Not wanting to use their last shield. Bringing in the Swampert and using their energy. So we are in a good position at this point. Let's get it. We're able to win that swap and bring in the Swampert here. Now let's just hope there's something in the back that the Ampharos can handle with the moveset it does have. I mean, Electric, Brutal Swing, and Dragon. I mean, yeah, it's looking pretty good. I think we're going to be able to handle quite a bit. As a matter of fact, you're going to see what is going to be in the back, and it is kind of like, oh yeah, of course, let's get it. So they're using their last shield here. I'm going to go ahead and use my first shield as well. And let's see. Can we get to this? And they're allowing me. They're not wanting to swap. Why not? What is in the back that they don't want to swap? Or maybe they're just waiting. And it is going to be a Venusaur. So I immediately swap into my Ampharos here. Now this is technically something that we did not want to see. A little bit. Because, you know, they're resisting electric. So we're going to go for the Dragon Pulse. We're just going to do as much damage as we can here, hopefully get to a brutal swing. And since we bring them that low, we should maybe be able to get off a Hydro Cannon, and it should be able to KO this Venusaur here. There we go. There we go. Come on, Swampert. You can do spammy old buddy, old pal, old friend, and we're taking out the Venusaur and taking the win with the Swampert up against Venusaur. Let's go. Alright, next battle met with a Cobalion. Yep. Okay, so take a look at our moves. Everything is going to be resisted by them. So we kind of just need to rely on our quick move. Of course, our charge move too, but so we're just going to throw brutal swings. That's just what we have going on here for us. That's all we got. But we did build up to a potential Focus Blast. So they had to shield. Well, they didn't have to, but they shielded it up just in case. So at least we gotten a shield out of them. And we're getting to another one. I think this might even KO. So are we going to get 2 shields out of them here? And we are right out the gate. That's good. Now that Cobalion is going to be able to spam pretty hard, so we're going to go ahead and just bring in our Swampert, because we are going to be able to take these Sacred Swords as opposed to the Articuno getting one-shotted by a Stone Edge, right? So this is a lot better. Now we're going to go ahead and use our first shield, just shielding up one of these so we can kind of maintain some of our health here as they're getting to another one. So we're going to farm up a little bit extra. And they're swapping, and well, what was that they just swapped into to catch? It is going to be a Giratina. What a nice catch, absorbing the Hydro Cannon like it's nothing, bringing in the Articuno, and it's time for the Shadow Articuno to shine. Really, it's been putting in some work here and there, but here we go. The pressure's on. Let's see what it can do here. Getting to the Ancient Power. Can we farm them down? If they get to another one of those, it's basically going to KO. We're taking them down, and they've got a Celesteela. This is what I'm dealing with. This is, do you even see this ish in the damn Go Battle League? Hell no. Only when you're running crap like this on a account like mine. Come on. What in the hell? Wow, super annoying. Swapped up the team again. Let's see what we're going to be met with. Of course, we're our Tapu Finn. This whole team doesn't want to see. I'm like, wow. I was like, let's see if we can pull out a Tapu Finn, and we successfully did that. And we're taking a 1-4, baby. Yep. Let's go. We're going to put Dragalge on the team now. Up in front. Let's see what we're going to be met with this time here. I'm leaving it like this so you can see unedited and not trying to, like, you know, as soon as I swap, let's see. Met with a Giratina. This is going to be a decent lead here because we do have Dragon Tail. Got Venusaur on the team as well, which does not want to see that. Ancient Power or Frenzy Plant is still going to be doing a lot, but yeah, we don't want to be there. So building up to the Outrage. Now we're going to have to bait them here. I mean, Aqua Tail's not going to really do much at all, even when we get one through, but at least it's going to be better than, you know, them shielding up an Outrage. At least we're able to do this damage here. Plus the Dragon Tails is really kind of putting on the pressure for them to hit their charge move. Great. And now we can farm them down. We're actually going to be bringing in Venusaur to farm them down, so we can build up a whole heck of a lot of energy. And since they do have their Dragon and Ghost up front, I think we should be okay unless they got a Fire back there. But if they do, at least we're going to be able to hit the Sludge. And it is going to be a Virizion. Oh, are you kidding me? So we're going to go ahead and go straight for that Sludge. And they're going to be shielding it up. This is great. And we have Articuno that can handle it as well. So this is looking pretty good. That was really quick. So we're letting it go. It is going to be a Leaf Blade getting to another Sludge Bomb. And now we're going to want to swap into our Articuno as soon as we land this here. And there we go. All right. And they're going to be getting to a charge move. I'm going to let it go because I'm like, nah, that was a little too soon. Yeah, we're good to go. And Politoed in the back. All right. So since they're going to just be hitting this immediately here, we're going to just go ahead and let it go because it is just going to be a Weather Ball. And their quick move is not very effective, and it's not even getting stabbed here. So we got the Venusaur in the back, plenty of health still. We're just going to keep on letting these go. Just having a little fun here. Lowering the attack. Now we're going to go for the Ancient Power just to see how much it does. And it's doing a decent amount, swapping into our Venusaur, and that's pretty much a wrap here. Simply shielding this up, and we farm them down, and we'll be able to take the win here. No more Celesteelas? What happened? What happened to the Celesteela? I mean, what was that? Come on. Alright, next battle, I met with a Swampert. Okay, what do we got in the back this time around? It is going to... Okay, same team. Okay, I think we go with this one for a while. Maybe even for the rest of the video here. Now we're going to shield this up. I mean, you never know. It is going to be an Earthquake that had enough energy, and it is that, in fact. Great. Now we're going to go for the Aqua Tails here. Just start spamming them. Same situation. Don't want them to shield up the Outrage. I'd rather get 2 Aqua Tails through, you know. It's doing more to Swampert, of course, than to Giratina. But anyway, they're getting to another one. We're just going to let it go. Even if it is an Earthquake, that's just a little unfortunate. We're just going to have to farm them down with Venusaur. But they're going to be swapping, bringing in a Cobalion. Now, we can, I mean, take a look at this. Shadow Venusaur doesn't give a damn about what type you are. Look, I mean, that's pretty good. did about 40% of its health there with a Frenzy Plant, not very effective. And Cobalion is a thick Pokemon. It can take hits quite nicely here. So we're letting that first one go, calling a Sacred Sword because we've used that so much. We know the timing. I mean, that's just, you know, I don't know what their plan is. Maybe that's just what they want to do, but it doesn't really matter. Since they did do that, we're able to get off another Frenzy Plant, swapping to catch the Sacred Sword with our Articuno. See if we can farm them down, but I think they swap. Yep, bringing in that Swampert here. We're going to shield this up. Things are getting a little close. Let's see if we can farm down this Swampert. Come on, let's get it. Looking good here. Now, they're not going to bring in Cobalion because, I mean, I'm just going to farm it down. And it's a Trevenant. Let's get it. This is exactly what we wanted to see here. Let's see how much Icy Wind does to that thing. Oh, yeah, that's a lot of damage. We love it. Let's go. Getting to another one before they can get to a charge move. And we're going to be able to take them out with the Articuno, putting in that work. Really. Let's get it. Thank you very much, Articuno. Good investment, I suppose. I mean, it's just another thing in my arsenal, and I enjoy using it when I do. It's just the game, you know, it just doesn't allow me to have a little fun with it once in a while. It's just usually hard counters, as you've seen with that 1-4. Next battle met with a Venusaur, which is going to be able to completely get walled by our Dragalge, and they're going to be swapping into their wall ring. We're going to go ahead and throw that outrage, doing some good damage, bringing in our Venusaur. Now, at this point, we could almost farm them down. Not quite. We're going to probably get to that Frenzy Plant, throw it immediately. Yeah, just to put on the pressure so we can win the swap again, right? Because we did have such a good lead up against our Venusaur, and the Articuno is going to have a good lead up against it as well. And there you go with the fire. If you're like, man, your team is weak to fire. Okay, well, let's see how we can handle this here. Okay, hitting me with a hitting them with a sludge, and they're throwing here instead of farming me down, which is beautiful. Perfect. They just raised their attack though, so we're going to go ahead and bring in our Dragalge. Now, I think I shield this up, and that is a massive mistake. Yep, I am pretty screwed here. So they're going to have to shield this up as well. I almost contemplated throwing an Articuno to just simply catch and turn the situation around, but I don't think I'm going to... I don't know. Yep, hitting me with a Brave Bird. Now, here you go. If they stayed, they could have won. But since they... Well, maybe. But since they swapped, now I'm going to be able to farm them up. And they gave me a free win. Well, not free. I put in the work. That was definitely a good game nonetheless, and that's definitely a strategy you want to do, is swap immediately so you can't, you know, get hit by something super effective right out the gate. But yeah, since they did swap, we're going to be able to take that win. They didn't know we had that in the back, and we're looking good, finishing it off with an Ancient Power. Let's go, Articuno. Next battle, met with a Virizion. Let's get it with the good lead, finally. And they're swapping into a Muck, and this is still a good matchup for us. And since we have Articuno as well as Venusaur in the back, which are both going to be able to handle Virizion, we're going to just stay right here because technically this is like the best matchup for me anyways, with the Muck and the 3 Pokemon that we do have. So we're just going to keep on spamming these Aqua Tails here. And I'm just feeling real good because, well, we're in a great position here. We gotten a shield out of them. Now, I think we shield this up, and it is going to be an Acid Spray, but that's okay. It's better safe than sorry. I don't care. All right, they can try to farm me down with Virizion. I think they do. Yeah, it doesn't really matter, even if they gain all that energy. Now, this thing can have Stone Edge, and I was betting on it having it. So we're going to go ahead and bring this in. They've got a Drapion in the back. Now, typically, you're going to let this first one go, but I shielded up because we are actually going to immediately lower their attack. They did get the defense drop on me as well, so that's a little unfortunate. But just so we can preserve our health. So now they're going to be doing less damage. Yeah, they lowered our defense, but technically less damage, so we're fine, whatever. Can we outpace them? And we do, getting to it. Now we're going to be doing a decent amount of damage here. I don't think they're going to be able to double kick us down, so they're going to be kind of forced to throw immediately. We know they have a bunch of energy. Didn't know if they had Stone Edge or not. Hitting me with a Leaf Blade, I'm like, okay. So they don't have it, so we swap into our Venusaur. And surprise, surprise, they hit me with a Stone Edge, but it doesn't really matter. It's too late. We've got a Sludge Bomb, and that's going to KO. We're going to be able to take that win. Shadow Articuno, folks, was pretty fun. You saw how I have to deal with these counters, and I know you all have to as well. It's really frustrating, so I thought I'd just show it because, hey, we're all in the same boat. Thank you to all my patrons, all of my members, everybody who supports me, hits the like button. Really appreciate all of you. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you all next time. Take care.
It's out of my hand, but I'm still in control. It's out of my hand. You can never take
So you're finally here. Fantastic.
It's out of my hand, but I'm still in control. It's out of my hand. You can never take away the power of my soul.
Compromise where you can. But where you can't, don't. Even if everyone is telling you that something wrong is something right. Even if the whole world is telling you to move. It is your duty to plant yourself like a tree, look them in the eye and say no. You move.